Good evening, folks. It is Saturday, November 28th. The current temperature is 8 degrees Celsius. It's raining. And tonight was the kickoff of the holiday season here in Halifax. I just started off here at the new virtual light display at Halifax City Hall. Normally tonight would have been the night of the annual Christmas tree lighting, but because of the coronavirus, that is not happening. So City Hall is going to be doing that little spectacular display for the next 30 days, about 5 or 6 times every hour. And that is our beautiful tree in front of City Hall. Wasn't expecting it to rain. So I do have the umbrella. So our next destination is going to be actually a place I haven't taken you yet. Let's just say Skechers are slippery sometimes. Okay, as I was saying, my next destination is going to be the Halifax Waterfront. I briefly touched on it. Oh, that's my umbrella. On my first video when we walked all the way from Citadel Hill down to the ferry terminal. Tonight also is the start of the Evergreen Festival. Now, it was supposed to be this light show display with a marketplace that was going to rival any of those cheesy Hallmark movies we are currently binge watching at my house. Guilty pleasure. Don't hold it against me. I love seeing the same story, just with different actors in a different location, and they have different career paths, but it's all the same story. Anyway, so we're going to head down to the waterfront. You can see some of our wreath lights over our street lights. Now, because of the coronavirus, they had to take away the market area. Our numbers have risen here in Halifax. Unlike other Canadian cities, we're not under a color code system, but if we were, we'd be just as red as that street light right in front of me that I'm waiting for. So now our numbers, we're in a semi-lockdown, if that's even a thing. Alright, here we go. I apologize if there's little drips of water on my phone. I normally don't come out at night, but it's like 5:15. Ooh, and I don't have rubber boots on, and that's like a little river of water. And I usually don't come out in the rain because, let's face it, I hate the rain. If this was snow, oh yeah, baby, I'd be out. So I have been deliberately avoiding the waterfront while they were doing the setup. So you and I are going to go for a nice little walk. Doesn't really feel Christmassy with the rain. This is also the night too, or last night would have been the night of our parade of lights that we have. That's our Christmas parade here in the city. That's a no-go. Oh, I got water on my phone. Sorry for the blob of red. Hold on, I'm gonna try and give that a wipe. Did that work? Okay, maybe my jacket sleeve is useful for something else besides keeping my hands warm. go. Yeah, I still see water on my lens. This is a new monstrosity that they decided to build here on the waterfront. It's just all concrete with a little bit of glass, and it's called the Queen's Mark. I'm trying to sound very posh here, but it's a little bit of a monstrosity because it doesn't blend in with our heritage buildings that we have throughout the city. I'm balancing this while I try to take my hood down because I got hair going into my eyes. It's still in construction phase, but it goes out into the harbor. It has a boat launch. There's going to be a hotel in there. But let me see if I can show you what. So this building, it's the back end of it. It is. It's the Canadian Dominion building. At one point in Canada's history, that was where the very first Royal Canadian Mint was located before it moved to Ottawa and Regina.
Liam, and then I have Liam up on my left.
So the building here on the corner, I don't know too much about it, except for that it's like a really cool comic book store. And this, folks, is where we be heading. I'm just going to take you along what we call Lower Water Street for a bit. This is where this building here on my right that's kind of dark and creepy looking right now, that is the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic. The last time I was there was over a year ago when I was working for the film festival, the Atlantic International Film Festival here in Halifax, and it was the night of the final night, like the gala night, and they were showcasing The Lighthouse by Robert Eggers. That was the movie that had Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. Yeah, it was a pretty effed up movie. But I got to meet Robert Eggers, and I did get to meet Willem Dafoe. Unfortunately, Robert Pattinson was over in India filming Tenet when that was out. Oh, that's it. I guess currently it's out. Alright. Let's get off the street and head down towards the waterfront. My apologies for low lighting. Hopefully the Christmas lights are gonna be better. Fingers crossed. This is when I get to turn into a big kid. And I just walked through a puddle, and I'm wearing sneakers, and my feet are wet. You know, that's just a good excuse for when I go home to curl up under my Sherpa throw that I bought it last week at Winners, and basically have a nice warming grown-up drink. My 18-year-old son is actually at his father's this weekend, hence I partook of some grown-up things. I don't know if this will show up. It's not a tongue, folks. It is a big blue wave. It's quite windy down here. So they have a little bit of a light show with the wave. Now this is a stupid frickin' wind. Okay, so this is the wave. If you ever come to Halifax in the summertime, everybody runs and climbs it, get up to the very top, and slide down. It's like a great big, huge slide. So I do like how they mimic the water. I wonder how it looks going up over the wave. Let's check that out. I know, probably getting like bored of a wave. Oh yeah. So that makes it seem like the water's going up over it. I do have my umbrella. So yes, that's what you're hearing. Now the area that we're going to be coming up to is what we call Summit Place. Because I believe back in 1995 or 96, I don't know, I was living in Toronto at the time, there was the G7 Summit that was held here. Ooh. This is quite slippery and wet. So, I'm just going to take my sweet dandy time here. What Canadian city is not without beaver tails? This is area in the Halifax Waterfront known as the Salt Yard. It's our food court. Those are the refurbished containers. That is Summit Plaza, which is now a beer garden for the Stubborn Goat Gastro Pub. Now, I wonder if YouTube will copyright me for Christmas music. Gotta have a heart, YouTube. Come on, it's Christmas time. Everybody's gonna be singing it. So normally, this would be filled during the daytime with people sitting, eating. But sadly, it is a no-go this year. I'm trying to keep talking. Granted, I do like Nat King Cole. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, I'm getting excited, That up ahead is a tunnel of light. I know, isn't that awesome? Why am I whispering? There's nobody around. It's raining. Jeez, Bevy. I know. Oh, okay. So this, let's look. I have hair in my eyes, sorry. Now this place is the Waterfront Warehouse. It is one of the finer eating establishments on the waterfront. Somebody's got their high beams beaming on me, and I just walked into a puddle. Jesus, I'm having a night here, folks. I totally admit to my foibles. I'm gonna try to not get 2 sets of car headlights into my frame, but at least the advantage is I can see where the puddles are. Okay, we are gonna go scooching past those. This is the Tunnel of Hope. So when they want us to socially distant, how Canadian is this? You have to be 6 feet or 9 toques away. Now, I'm going to go on the assumption that this is the entrance.
It was embarrassing to show that side of my peers and coworkers and my boss. I ended up going off work for a period of time. I continued to struggle because I didn't really have a plan to get better. And ironically, it was the health team at work that were so important to my recovery. I'm not sure that I.
So this is a tunnel for those who suffer from a mental illness. So they do have recordings of people's experiences.
And I've been able to support lots of my other coworkers and fellow employees during their journey with their mental
And I
health.
see a pupper at the end of the tunnel.
It ended up that my darkest days have become my brightest moments.
Just so you know, I am walking on water. Now, I know it's raining and I got water on my lens. Whew. Just so you know, over there in the distance is Dartmouth, also known as the Dark Side, and the harbor. That lit up part is one of the, I want to say Irving owns it. It might be a drilling. If I see it in the daylight, I can tell you exactly what it is. But it goes out to Sable Island for the natural gas, I do believe. Yeah, can you see how wet the wharf is? Yeah. It's all wet. It's slippery. It's wood. My feet are soaked. And we have hammocks. Now, every time I come down here in the summer, the hammocks are always full. Yeah, not stepping in that puddle. There is a ship going out. By the looks of it, it's probably HRPD, the Halifax. They have their own little police boat that goes out. I apologize for the sound of the rain on the umbrella, but it can't be helped because this dimwit blonde did not know it was going to rain because it wasn't supposed to be forecast. More some Christmas trees. I'm going to mention that those are locally grown here in the province. There is a thriving Christmas tree business down here, and we do supply for the whole eastern seaboard of Canada and the United States. We also supply the tree for the city of Boston for their help to Halifax. My umbrella might flip inside out because the wind just picked up. They helped us out during the Halifax explosion back in 1917. I know you can't see it, but there's an island right in front of me. It's called George's Island. It has a fort. It is owned by Parks Canada. I just realized I said Canada, very posh and very, I don't know, upper Canadian sounding. Down here it's Canada. We have an accent. I try to keep mine as neutral as I can. go out running for tonight. Well, isn't this the cutest? Need your boat plugged in? You got a little lighthouse to do it. So yes, that sound you're hearing is the water underneath the wharf that I'm walking on. All the restaurants down here are of course closed because of the coronavirus. Now this area here is what is known as Bishop's Landing. Bishop being the street. Oh, okay, so the Tukes was very Canadian. This is very Nova Scotian or Eastern. Donairs. Donairs. I think I mentioned them in another video. They are different from the Turkish doner kebab that you see in other cities. We have our own unique take. Oh, wrong way. Cold hands. That's pretty. So this whole little area down here is known as Bishop's Landing. My hand slipped. Oh, I see something really, really cute and very... I'm gonna go up and see. Santa's in a rowboat. It's actually, he's in a canoe. It would have been really cute if it was a dory. We're outside of a restaurant called the Bicycle Thief. So, their little tree is made out of bicycles. Bye, Santa. I am not gonna lie, I can't wait to get home. I've walked through so much water that my poor feet are soaked. I know I could have brought out my rubber boots, but they make so much noise on the wood. Like my Skechers aren't. So, let's go up to this part. Originally, this part of the pier used to be blocked off, and it was for the residents of Bishop's Landing. That's the condos behind us. It was their own private helicopter pad, if any of those folks had that, but then nobody did. It was a waste of space, so they opened it up, and no, that is not broken. It's not damaged from like previous hurricanes in our season. We call these the drunken street lamps. Hold on. I know it sounds really ridiculous, me telling you about it. But yeah, that poor guy, I'm walking backwards. He's the worst of the three. Ooh, more trees. Wind, don't fight me. Don't piss me off. Okay, yeah, I do kind of have a little bit of a vocabulary. Here's this lamp. He's just like looking over and saying, "Buddy, are you all right down there, buddy?" Oh God, I'm sounding derpy. Oh, and their buddy over here not even turned on. Whoop. So there's no girl lights around here if he's not turned on. Oh, bad joke. Wah, wah. Okay, I'm getting silly now. More Christmas trees behind the drunken lights. I'm probably not going to go over there today because my feet are wet and soaked and cold and my hands are numb. But that is Nova Scotia Power. That is our power supply company. It's owned by Emera, which is basically the same company. I think the owner just has two different names for two different ways of doing his taxes. Not 100% on that. So it is the monopoly down here. Oh, please don't slip on the wood, Bevy. That would not be good. Okay, so we're gonna walk back. Now, the Halifax Waterfront was probably really commercialized and redeveloped in the late 70s, early 80s. Before that, it was all places where fishermen came in to do their unloading of their catches from the North Atlantic. There used to be, actually, where this condo development was around the site, I think, where Cunard had fuel tanks. Yeah, there's like this little shipping company that was started here, but now it's over in England. It's called Cunard. Anybody heard of it? I know that they own some boat called the Queen Mary too. They still own the first Queen Mary that is down in Santa Monica Pier in California. Interesting story. My grandfather was on the Queen Mary, the original one, when it left Halifax to go to France during World War II. Got a picture of him on the deck at my mom and dad's cottage. So as you can see, even during this, it's not busy at all because of the corona.
Remember, your boots are really slippery on the deck. We've had 2 falls.
Okay, that looked like a 3-year-old and they've already had a couple falls. Let's see if this 46-year-old will have a couple falls. I'm hoping not. Fingers crossed. Oh God, I just told you guys my age. Yeah, I'm old. Sometimes a little crazy. Oh, there goes the wind. My apologies for that. Now, this whole area that I'm walking past here is now going to be the new proposed site for the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia. Right here we have, in the summertime, it's all sand, but it's for beach volleyball. And they use the parking lot for Rib Fest when that comes to the waterfront. And they also use it for like carnivals. I don't go on the rides. I don't trust the people that are building them. Nova Scotia, Latin for New Scotland. So there's the New Scotland Clothing Company. Really bad accent. I'm not even of Scottish descent, I'm English. and French. Want to rent a bike? You can rent a bike. That's the Tunnel of Hope again on the right. Harbor Hopper Tours.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with how it turned out. We're happy it could still go ahead because who knew and all the COVID stuff.
I'm not good at zooming in. Let's try. Let's do this very slow. You can see some Christmas lights off in the distance. That is at the old Alexander Keith's Brewery. It's now a market. His home was in one of my videos. Daytime tour down here. Make note that I have to come down here during the daytime. A lot of things are made out of containers down here. That is what I'm walking past is a 20-footer. So normally, yeah, this is part of the food court area of the waterfront. It's the place where you can buy overpriced fish and chips. There's other places in the city to get better fish and chips for at least half the price. Okay, there is a place down here. Actually, we have two locations on the waterfront. It's the only locations in Nova Scotia. It's closed. We have Cow's Ice Cream, based out of lovely Charlottetown, PEI, which is probably a good, including the ferry ride, a good 4 hours from Halifax. So it's not really all that far. Sorry about that. Okay. So we're kind of back where we started at when we came down to the waterfront. But we're just going to keep going by. It's the wave again. Note, it is not a big blue tongue. Get your mind out of the gutter, folks. People, please. Okay, sorry, mine was. Because that's, every time I see it, that's what I call it. So when I started this video, the temperature was at 8 degrees. I am pretty sure it has dropped down quite considerably. So, this part of the waterfront is the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic. Let's see. Open up. I am avoiding puddles. Because it's like this. If I go down, you're all coming down with me. Now you think, with the videos, the amount of videos I do have on my channel, this is the Sackville. Sorry, I got distracted. It's like, squirrel? Sparkles? No. Anyway, with the amount of videos on my channel, you think I'm getting used to, like, narrating them and talking? I still get nervous. So I ramble about everything. Well, that's the Acadia. She's all closed up for the winter. You can go and climb aboard her in the summertime. Look at that sky. Damn, that looks good. Granted, we're looking over at Dartmouth, but it still looks good. Everybody on the Halifax side kind of makes fun of Dartmouth. I have no idea why. I've lived over there. Look how they did that. Wow. That is stunning. Stunning and stunning. So, I'm just going to give you a heads up, folks. I cannot feel my hands. When I wear gloves and try to hold on to my gimbal, I have issues. I have really small hands.
$20. Give me your money. You'll give me the money.
So any type of glove that I wear on my teeny tiny little itty bitty girly hands, they always seem really big and bulky. Okay, so this is still part of the museum on my right, and this one is still being built. That's that god-awful monstrosity that they're building. There's people living in that? Okay, heads up on this. A 2-bedroom apartment is $3,000. Ain't nobody in Halifax make that kind of money. We are the have-nots of the country. We are the poorest folk of the country. And they want $3,000 to live in a 2-bedroom in this building. I don't think so, Smedley. I think for those wondering, if you're wondering about like rental prices here in the Halifax, I'm not going to say how much I pay because I'm in an older building. I have an awesome view, but it's an older building, so but probably an average for a 2-bedroom in the city is about $1,500 a month, and that includes your power. No, your heat and hot water, but not your power, or hydro as some other people call it. Parking is always extra now. 1-bedrooms are usually about $1,100. It would also depend too on what part of the city you want to move into.
Hello,
And all depends too on what area of the city. I mean, if you're gonna live close to downtown, like in any other city, you're gonna pay a premium. I can't get down there. So this is where we started off with, but I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, waterfront and downtown, you're gonna pay a premium. The South End does have quite a few apartments. They cater more to the two universities that are in the South End, which is St. Mary's University and the Dalhousie. So there's a lot of old homes. Okay, what am I doing looking at a wall? See, I'm not paying attention while I'm talking to you. It's cross. Oh, something is going in to where Stainer's Wharf used to be. Los Toros. Authentico Español. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish, but I can just tell you that's all about a bull. Oh, this is all under construction. Oh, it's only 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock according to the clock here on the waterfront. Let's take another look at this monstrosity. There could have been better, like if they're going to be putting like condos, office, hotel building on the waterfront, it could have looked a lot better than what it is. It's the ferry terminal. Remember that from video 1? Okay. There's the bowl. So this is the ferry terminal that takes you to either Dartmouth or Woodside, which is still part of Dartmouth, but it's just going more south. I'm not going to end my video here. I already did that in another place. Look at that sky! Sorry, I am just totally, like, bedazzled by it. It looks better on my camera than it does in person. The lights. Oh, I just walked in another puddle. Because it rained, it is quite cloudy out. A little establishment called Pickford and Black. No outdoor dining. This would normally be where their patio would be. But alas, do people even say that word? Alas, it is Another victim of the corona. I was coming home last night and walking along Argyle Street, which is normally our, that's the street with all the bars. That's our entertainment, drinking area of the city. Oh, keep getting notifications. My son is uploading videos on his YouTube. So my son has his own YouTube channel. I'm not going to plug it just because I am a protective mama bear. He is 18 and special needs. I don't need trolls going over to his channel. Now all this area is what we call historic properties. Ooh, pretty lights. And this is what we call Privateer's Wharf area. So these are all authentic buildings from the 1800s, converted into an indoor shopping mall and a chocolate cafe. Walk slow, I'm gonna slip. So all this is part of the historic district down here on the waterfront. Ooh. They put a speed bump on the waterfront. What is that? Oh, another cows. Remember I mentioned cows based out of Charlottetown, PEI? I'm pretty sure they have a cows in other areas of the country. I know Alberta has one at Calgary at the Stampede, I believe. Don't know, never been out west. And I'm pretty sure other Canadian cities have a cows location. You want to come for cheap drinks in Halifax and sit out on the waterfront? Normally you would come here. This is the lower deck. Most places, it's the place where most people come to enjoy cheaper drinks before they head to downtown. Now, I think I might do this and I might not. I don't know if I'll get in trouble. Is go through the pedway system. Pedway, skywalk. We call it a pedway. I probably won't, but you can still see the old masonry on the building. I mean, back in the 70s, 60s and 70s, this was like the skeezy area. It was sketchy as fuck. Pardon my language. It was sketchy. I used to hear stories like, you know, of nefarious activities going on with nefarious people. But I think I'm going to be ending my video pretty soon. My feet are soaked. They're cold. I can't feel my right hand, which is holding the gimbal. And I have a habit of hitting buttons on that when I have gloves on. So, hence, that's why my hand is numb. So this is a one-way street past the Baton Rouge restaurant. Okay, it's a one-way street. I am jaywalking. Oh, my old office when I worked for the film festival. The Atlantic International Film Festival. It usually happens a week after the TIFF in Toronto. Alright, let's go. This is all part of NASCAD down here on Granville Street. That's a Pedway over there. That's the big one. So, I'm going to do a repeat of a previous video and end it here for some reason. It's the cow trough. So, Granville Square. No, okay. I'm not going to stop at the cattle trough. That's just, no. Ooh. Purple. Anybody want to know my favorite color? Yeah. Alright, folky dokes. I think I'm going to end this. Go home. Dry my feet off. My toes are numb. I don't even know if I have toes anymore. They're so wet from going through. So I am going to head home. Probably take a warm bath. Make an adult beverage. Oh, okay, they changed colors. Make an adult beverage. Curl up underneath a blankie on the sofa with the cat. His name is Max. That's who you heard in one of my videos about a month ago. So, and I think I might watch some cheesy Hallmark movies. Why? Because I can. And I like them. So I want to thank you for watching. I want you to go hit that like and subscribe and tell all your lovely friends about this kooky but lovely gal down on the East Coast who just loves to ramble and talk. Oh, I just got a blast of hot air from Boston Pizza. That was an exposure site the other day that was listed. Okay, anyway, hit that like, subscribe, tell all your friends and family all about this wacky, kooky, witty girl from Halifax. And I will catch you on my next video, hopefully in a couple of days. Alright, catch you later. Bye.